Salutations and welcome to the year 2012, and it has been way too long since I last made a video, so I might as well make a video. This is a review on a Game Boy Advance, sort of. It's actually a very good, well, almost good clone of a Game Boy Advance console. It even comes in a box that looks just like a real box. For comparison's sake, here's the box for a real one. The colors on the real one are a lot duller than on the fake box, and I never left this out in the sunlight or anything, so that can't be it. This box is a lot more beat up, barely stays together. Let's look at the back. The one I have is actually, oh, I didn't notice that. The box that I have, it's one of the first ones. I got this on pretty much launch day, so the screenshots of the games on here are older than the screenshots on here. I don't know if the newer boxes had screenshots for the newer games, or these kind of look like the screenshots from the Game Boy Advance SP boxes that they would use. So it seems like, well, it's almost a photocopy of the box, but they tweaked it a little bit. They took out the GameCube and other little differences like, where is it? It plays all the Game Boy Color games. It does not play Game Boy Color games, only Game Boy Advance. Detailed graphics. That is not how you spell graphics. They even put the ESRB's phone number on there, the Nintendo seal of quality, which has been like butchered. It even says 2 AA batteries included. It actually uses rechargeable batteries, so probably shouldn't have photocopied that part. This is funny too. There's no barcode or serial number on the device at all, so it's funny that they even go through the effort of doing the cutout window. And this is the new stuff, built-in direct save technology, built-in clock supported, blah blah blah. Anywhere between 2 to 8 gigs of storage. That's another difference with this box too. You know, why does it seem like they put that on the boxes? Because it always seems like everyone I buy, they never have one ticked off. So for me, it just seems random. I don't know. Well, let's get the real box out of the shot, and let's go ahead and open the fake box. This is the AC adapter for the rechargeable battery. It actually, it's not the usual Game Boy Advance SP port or original DS port that they would use, but it actually looks to be an exact copy of the link cable slot. Well, very close. So there's no link cable or multiplayer technology in this Game Boy Advance, but it charges the battery through it. Here's the fake console. We'll come back to that. And a USB cable for what I think, again, it goes through the top, so good luck finding a USB cable that looks like this. I think you could charge this or hook it up to your computer for maybe file transfers. I'm not plugging it into my computer. I actually care about my computer. I don't want it to die. And nope, we get no manuals. So normally we could at least have the packaging, but in this case we don't have the packaging since the packaging refers to a totally different product. So we're completely on our own here. So here is the fake console. Sure looks like a real Game Boy Advance. They even got Nintendo on there, though the Nintendo seems like a slightly different font. Not quite the same. Game Boy Advance, yeah, that looks real enough. The buttons are a lot more clickier. Especially the shoulder buttons. In comparison to a real Game Boy Advance, this is the one I got on launch day. You can tell it's a lot dirtier. But, the buttons are a lot softer, especially the D-pad is much nicer on here than this console. And there's our, well, actually, it does have a serial number, though I doubt that's actually different for every model. I bet it's the same one on every one. But it really goes far to call itself a Game Boy Advance, to say that it's copyright 2000 Nintendo. There's the rating for the rechargeable batteries. And yeah, it's really trying to convince you that it's a Game Boy. If I could get this off here, I could maybe show you the rechargeable battery. I think it's a Game Boy Advance SP charger, or battery. If I could get it off. I don't think this is happening. See, it's not like the real one, where there's a tab here and you just boink, pull it off. I think you need a coin to get it or something. I'm going to give up, but you know what? It's flat enough it looks like an SP battery. Wait a minute. I think it is. I think I can see Game Boy Advance SP and the Nintendo logo. Well, it looks like they used official accessories, so do they get points for that? There's the Game Boy Advance cartridge slot, so you can play actual cartridges in there. and I just realized we've passed the 5-minute mark yet, and I haven't turned it on yet. I've just been putting it off, but alright, go ahead and turn it on. Now, it would have had sound if I was smart enough to turn up the volume. Here, I'll turn it back on. So, apart from the resolution being a lot lower than on the original, they even try to copy the BIOS screen as much as possible. So, it comes with all this preloaded stuff, comes with a whole bunch of Pokemon games, even comes with Pokemon the movie. I started watching, I think it's the second movie. But, yeah, the full movie on there, but it's kind of pointless to watch because the playback is alright, but there's no seat controls. You can pretty much pause or go back to the menus. No rewind, fast forward, none of that. So, yeah, there's a resume option. You could stop watching and resume later, but that's about it. Yeah, Emerald, Sapphire, Ruby, Leaf, Fire Red. And here's the other games like Super Mario Advance 1. There are a lot of games on here. A lot I've never heard of before is Wario Land 4. All these are preloaded right on the memory of the console. NFL Blitz 2003, NFL Blitz 2003, Zelda, WarioWare Inc., Donkey Kong Country, Advance Wars 2, they got Shrek on there, Sonic Advance 3. Alright, let's go ahead and just try a random game. We'll play Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3. That's a mouthful. I almost dropped the console. It's booting now. So, a few things you're going to notice. Let me just turn that down, because for one thing, the speaker is way louder than the original console on here. I'd say it's almost double the volume that the original is capable of, if not more. Two things. One, the camera's not probably picking this up too good, but the resolution of the screen is off. I think the LCD on here seems to be a lower resolution than the original Game Boy Advance. Actually, another obvious thing, backlit screen. The original Game Boy Advance did not have that, but it's a welcome feature on here. And again, maybe not too visible with the camera, but the frame rate also isn't as good as the original console. So let's go ahead and start. So, the box didn't lie about it saving. It does actually save things. It will save your progress in the games. You know, if the game has save progress, if it's something like password or something, obviously not. But, yeah, now the reason why I'm mentioning that is because I want to focus on the cartridge port for a little bit. Any cartridge you put in there that has a save feature will not work. This console will just think that you have no saves, and if you do try to save something, it'll usually give you an error, depending on the game. And you could put the game immediately into a real Game Boy Advance, and you'll see all your saves are still there. So it's just not reading from the fancy save area of the cartridge. But here's a Game Boy Color game, just to prove Game Boy Color games do not work in this thingy. There's no Z80 processor in here. Nope, goes right to the game selection menu, which is the console's way of telling you there is no cartridge in there. So that won't happen. We'll try Yoshi's Island Super Mario Advance 3. Cartridges are a very snug fit in the console, and they sit flush with the console, so it's about as real as can be. Power light also goes from green to red, just like a normal console. Yoshi's Island seems to just say your save data is corrupted and that's it. I can't do anything else. I can do a soft reset, but I could sit here and do that all day. It's not going to actually do anything. But I could take this cartridge, put it right in a normal Game Boy Advance, and see that all my saves are safe, though I wouldn't guarantee that this thing will refrain from erasing anything every time you put it in. As I drop... The theme of today is dropping stuff. Here's Super Mario Advance 4. So now we're playing this in cartridge format. Whoa! I can't wait to put that in my Game Boy later and find all my saves gone. Oh well. Yeah, there's nothing there now. So we'll start a new file. Also, it seems like when you play games that are off the flash memory built in, they can have some load times from screen to screen. So I don't know if this this flash hardware is just like a low read speed or something. Same screen resolution issues, same frame rate issues. Yeah. You see, I can save and quit. Well, it seemed like there's a little bit of lag there, but I can't remember if that was part of the game and not the console itself. So there's save data. We'll turn it off. We'll even take the cartridge out, put it back in, reboot it. Where's the formatting save data? Oh, but wait. Let's see if our file's there since the top score is 0. No, now the file's there. Okay. Didn't the last Game Boy Advance I reviewed make a liar out of this? Make a liar out of me on camera? No, it was the 36-in-1 cartridge, and it was the same game, Super Mario Advance 4. This game is just full of deception and making me look bad. Alright, that's the last time that game's showing up on camera. What else? Oh, let's try a bit of a different game. Yoshi Topsy Turvy with the gyro sensor in it, hence the weird looking cart. It stuck out on top on the real console too. But we'll see how these special games work. Of course, we're probably not going to have save data. Yep, it's asking me to calibrate it. Okay, make Yoshi stand straight. Press A. It's easy to do that through the camera. I could line it up with the frame of the LCD. Now, here's the issue. On this console, the cartridge thinks I'm always tilting to the left. That's why the rock went towards the left and was trying to go up the hill. Now it's stuck. It thinks I'm pretty much holding it like this. But it's not going to move. It thinks I'm holding it to the left. So, that game is unplayable. Also, yeah, it is unplayable because, for one thing, all your saves are gone, so you have to start a new file. And when you start a new file, you get that tutorial with the Joker character, whatever his name is, and you have to roll the rock to the right towards him to pass a tutorial. Since you can't go to the right, this game's unplayable. So, that's that. And now let's try WarioWare Twisted. This has an even bigger motion sensor thingy. And the sensor in this is a lot more precise than the one in Topsy Turvy. But let's see how this works. Past that. So you already notice I can't tilt the word twisted there like you can in the real one. There was a bit of a skip in the music there when it was loading. And I can't go through the menu. Not happening. Yeah. Game's pretty much acting like I opened up the cartridge and unplugged the sensor or something. So these special games, they will not work with this console either. So you can't save it. Well, you can't save anything most of the time. I swear I tried out like 5 different Game Boy Advance games and none of them saved. And then of course I sit down on camera, play Super Mario Advance 4, and that's saving no problem. Now, I'm wondering if I put that in a real console, the saves will actually stick. Now, you'll notice I don't have batteries in the real one. That's where video preparation, well, the lack thereof, gets you. So, you will never know, because by the time I turn off this camcorder, I'll be too lazy to check. So, let's just go ahead and turn this on, and have one last look at the rest of the stuff that comes on it. Let's see here. You can hit the right button to scroll faster. If you want to get a better look at any page, I guess you could pause the video at each page or something. I don't want to spend too much time looking at all the games, because there are quite a bit. But this way you can at least see. I think, here, now we're getting to the more interesting part of the list. First of all, you can't go left to go back a page. We can go right to go ahead a page, so that's dumb. Zelda and Zelda 2. These are just like the games that are on the 36-in-1 cartridge, where they come with NES games, and they're using that NES emulator for the Game Boy Advance that some random dude made. that I wonder if he knows that these pirate companies have basically gotten a hold of and been using it for their profits like crazy. And I actually did try that 36-in-1 pirate cartridge in here, and it did work, which was funny. But we'll go ahead and run Zelda 2. Because I remember this one in particular running really interesting. The bad resolution is it'll start causing like some flickering in the screen there. Yeah, it's flickering like crazy. I'll go ahead and... It saved my file. It's interesting. Notice it took a second for the sprite to come up. It actually has some loading times between screens. Now this game gets even more interesting. Look at, all I did was walk left. I didn't press anything. So we'll just keep walking. Let's go to a random battle. Notice the horribly emulated sound plus the gap in with the load time there. There's a reason why I'm not walking to the left. It seems like with this, whenever I am in a battle or a cave or a temple or something, and I start walking left, I exit as if I'm already on the edge of the screen. Which makes no sense at all. And sometimes I even end back up in the temple again. Here, let me see if I can go to the near cave here. That wasn't English, was it? I don't think the town did. I think it happened in the cave. Also, it seems like some enemies in the cave were missing. This cave right here. 'Cause I remember this being a really hard cave. Alright, so in the cave. Go left. And now I'm back in the temple. See, there's Zelda. And I'll just go left. And I'm out of the cave. So, I don't know if this is like a bad dump of the NES game, or this is just this console totally screwing up. But it is that Pocket NES emulator, alright. So, I really don't know what's going on. All I know is that this Zelda 2 is unplayable. So that's pretty much it. A very convincing fake. Very convincing down to the point where they even have a copy of its box. You got no multiplayer functionality because that charges the rechargeable battery. It's not a bad idea if it worked properly. If it had a higher compatibility rate with the obscure games, and if it actually read your save files properly, it would probably actually be a cheap Game Boy Advance replacement with the bonus of some stuff thrown in already. But where it stands now, it just goes in the pile of bad clones. So, that's about it. Thanks for watching. God, my old one is really dirty.